Hi friends, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. So today's pick a card reading isn't all about your crush reading. We're going really into depth about this one. It's very honest, so if you're not ready to hear something other than what it is that you're desiring, perhaps hold off on this one. But for those of you who are ready for a really detailed, in-depth reading, here it is. We have 4 groups to choose from today. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3, and Pile 4. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's. And I will see you in a minute. Hi, Pile 1. So today's pick a card reading is all about your crush. So we're going to get into, first and foremost with the tarot cards, what it is that your crush desires. Now, of course, this is just about your crush. This isn't about any particular connection type, whether or not this is a committed connection or a situationship or just a friendship, whatever it is. We're just asking with these tarot cards what it is that your crush desires, just when it comes to connecting and romance in general. Not necessarily with you, but I think it just offers really good insight into whether or not you two are a good match. And then we'll go ahead and look into how they're feeling about you, how they're feeling about the connection, how they see you, how they see the connection, as well as what their deepest fears are when it comes to connecting with others. So we'll go ahead and do tarot first. Okay, what is it that Pile 1's crush desires? What is it that they truly want? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. So right off the bat, I would say that this is a person who is looking for a partner or a connection in which can, one, stand the test of time, but can also provide stability in this person's life in some sort of way. They're not really looking for something that, I mean, I can't say that. They could be looking for something that is maybe a fling per se. However, when it comes to what it is that they truly desire, what their heart's truest desires are, it has to do with connecting with somebody in a long-lasting way, in a stable, true way, in a way in which they can really ground it, and perhaps even like become business partners with, or it just seems like they are desiring a partner who can help make their dreams come true and vice versa. And you see it here with the 5 of Wands as well. They are really desiring a connection in which both people are really passionate people and really go after what it is that they want. And they're hoping to find somebody and to be in a connection in which that inspiration is celebrated in one another and is worked for. Okay, we also have the 8 of Wands. So there's a lot of passion that this person is desiring with the 8 of Wands. However, wands in general are just very passionate, very sexual. So this really could be something that is very important to them when it comes to what it is that they desire in a connection. However, I think also what this is indicative of is, 1, travel, but 2, somebody that they enjoy talking with, they enjoy being around, somebody who really can hold a conversation, and somebody who really can stimulate their own thought processes. What is it that this person desires? Okay, so this came out sideways, so I'm going to put it reversed. And what that's showing me, so that's the 5 of Cups. And what that is telling me is that they're hoping, what they desire more than anything is to find a connection in which they don't feel as though the ball is continuously about to drop, where they don't feel as though they're walking on eggshells, where there's roots that are grounded enough to make this person feel safe. And also, I feel as though they're hoping that they'll find a connection in which pessimism isn't necessarily a thing, where they aren't focusing on the things that have fallen over, and rather they are focusing on the two cups behind them that are still upright. Yeah, let me keep going. What is it that this person desires? Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. Okay. So I would say that this person might not be the most mature entirely. Like it seems like they might be somebody who is searching currently for a partner to complete them or to save them, if you will. And I was kind of getting that vibe here with the Five of Cups reversed. Like it kind of felt like they were desiring somebody to come and change them or save them or inspire them. And there's nothing wrong with being inspired by another person. However, it seems more so like they're really looking for another person to bring about all of these positive changes in their life, rather than perhaps showing up as the person that they would want in a partner first. And that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. With the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands, this could also be indicative of somebody who really is looking for a connection in which both parties are empowered and are willing to do the work to make sure that they don't fall down rabbit holes or get stuck in ruts in life. But with the Page of Pentacles here, it seems like they're hoping that they can kind of get a leg up. And there's nothing wrong with that, in all honesty. I've spoken with friends about this in the recent past, about how society really isn't designed in a way to let single people feel the same amount of support, I guess, or success as those who are within a partnership. Those who are single have to pay double the amount of bills, have to pay double the amount of rent. So I'm not saying this in a negative way, but it's definitely something that I think crosses their mind, is financial stability. And perhaps not financial stability like they're a gold digger, but rather they want somebody who can meet them where they're at, so that both parties can kind of like get a leg up. Okay, yeah, and then we have the Moon and we have the Devil, and on the back of the deck we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so I would say that with the Moon here, this is somebody who is really, really, really desiring somebody or craving somebody to get them to think outside of their comfort zone, to really help them with their shadow selves, to face their fears. With Death here clarifying the Five of Cups reversed, it really seems as though they don't want a connection that is dramatic or is sad or even appears to be heading in that direction. And you see it here with the Page of Cups. I don't see anything here indicating that this person is somebody who desires like an emotionally very, very deep connection. I do see like a mentally stimulating connection and something that is like very easygoing and also stable. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for what it is that your crush desires when it comes to romance and connections with others. So in terms of how they feel about you, we have the Bridge. So I would say that for some of you, this person currently feels disconnected from you in some kind of way. The Bridge, it represents connecting with others, finding those deep connections, and there seems to be a disconnect here. So And with that disconnect comes the desire within them to bridge that connection, to bridge that the fault line that's currently happening between the two of you. So this could be an argument that perhaps happened between the two of you, or perhaps you two have just grown or distanced yourselves from one another just with time, or perhaps it's simply that they don't feel as though you're on the same page about how you both feel about one another. And this person wants to clarify that they want to connect with you. This person feels feelings for you that I would say are not simply platonic feelings. But that's what I'm seeing. The biggest thing I'm picking up on with the bridge is the disconnect. It's very, very overwhelming for them right now. In terms of how they feel about this connection, we have envy and we have regret. So again, like this could be a connection in which the two of you got into an argument and now they're really regretting how they chose to go about this. But there's a feeling of being threatened, of this connection being threatened currently. And it could be because they have not shared with you how they feel, that they like you or that they have a crush on you, and they're worried that because they didn't share that with you, you're looking elsewhere, or their window of opportunity might be closing. But the biggest thing I'm getting from envy and regret is that when it comes to this connection, they feel as though it's being threatened right now from something. In terms of how they are currently seeing you, we have the wolf. And the wolf is like a very social creature, a very loyal creature, that it represents family and tribes and group work. So they're seeing you as somebody who really could make a very, very good partner. However, one of the downfalls of the wolf is that because the wolf is so group oriented, at times they have a difficult time letting go of the expectations that they might be placing on others to follow in their footsteps, when not everyone in a particular pack might carry the same values as this wolf. So that could be something that they are currently reflecting on when it comes to how they're seeing you. But most importantly, they're seeing you as somebody who is really loyal, somebody that they can depend on, somebody who's fierce, somebody that they feel safe with. When it comes to how they see this connection, we have number 77, the sword. So pile one, I would say that they're seeing this connection as something that is rapidly changing. The sword is neither a good nor a bad type of energy. It just represents change. It represents cutting to the chase, cutting through to what needs to be done or what needs to be said. So I think that this person that you're crushing on is seeing this connection right now as something that is about to really, really change in one direction or the other. And I think that you will know intuitively whether or not what direction it's going in, or what direction they see or believe that it's going in. And lastly, in terms of just what I've already pulled, pile one, we have what it is that your crush fears the most when it comes to connecting with others romantically. And we have number 25, shame. So I would say that this person is somebody who is very fearful of showing others who they truly are, showing others those vulnerable sides of themselves that perhaps they feel are really difficult to love, and then being rejected by it. There's an element here of really being afraid of being hurt or being let down or putting their trust in somebody and having it turn on them for the worst, and them being completely shattered and embarrassed by it. So that's one of their biggest fears that's showing up today when it comes to how they connect with others. Now we're going to go ahead, pile one, and get a shadow work card, and we're going to see what it is that this person is currently in most need of working through when it comes to connecting with others. Okay, we have fearful. Yes, this goes hand in hand with shame. A learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also, a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and future happiness. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and get some channeled messages. We'll see what comes through for you guys. I think it's really important to remember when it comes to readings just in general is that, first off, these are general readings. And second off, there are an infinite amount of ways to interpret these cards. Nothing should ever be taken literally. So please always use your own intuition and judgment first. And don't take these cards for literal truth. But let's see what they'd like to say to you. Okay. Money comes first. Okay, this is, I think I flipped it over on accident. There. Okay. I think I could fall for you. We also have, I hope you reach out, and I forgive you. Okay. Lastly, beautiful pile one, I'm going to go ahead and get a relationship advice card for you guys. What advice is there for pile one when it comes to this connection? Wholeness. I am complete, whole, and filled with love. I have everything that I need. If I ask or look for more, I'm ignoring the love and gifts that are already in my life. Instead, I'll be grateful and acknowledge that anything else would be extra icing on life's cake. All right, pile one. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you today. I would love to hear about how this resonated in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching pile one, and I hope that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hello, pile two. So today's pick a card reading is an all about your crush reading. And how we're going to do it is we're going to use the tarot to see what it is that your crush desires. And this is just what they desire overall when it comes to love, romance, and connections. So this isn't necessarily what it is that they want with you, but I think that it will offer you really good insight as to whether or not what it is that they desire aligns with your own personal desires. After we get into tarot, we'll get into the oracles. We'll look into how they feel about you, how they feel about the connection, how they see you, how they see the connection, as well as what it is that their fears are, their deepest fears that they have when it comes to connecting with others. We'll get some channeled messages. We'll also get some shadow work cards to see what it is that they are currently in most need of working on in order to connect with others. And last but not least, we'll get advice cards. So pile two, let's go ahead and get on into it. What is it that this person desires when it comes to love and romance? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, no, that's the Knight of Swords, okay, we have Strength, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so we'll start with this first. I think this person is really desiring to find somebody in which they can connect with, where they feel cared for and loved, and they also feel safe enough to give that love back in return without fear of like ridicule or rejection. They want to feel nurtured and supported and stable within a connection. However, this is a really healthy spread that I'm seeing here. This person doesn't seem like somebody who really wants to become enmeshed with another person, or really wants to cling to another person, or force somebody into their own ideologies about how a connection should go. It seems like they're really just looking for somebody to love and grow with, who also isn't afraid of growth and perhaps uncomfortable conversations, but they want it to be a connection in which it is safe to grow on their own as well. It is safe to explore life and what it is that they desire, what it is that they are interested in on their own as well. It just feels like such a gentle energy. Like this person feels like a very gentle human, with an immense amount of compassion and an immense amount of love that they are desiring to give to another person, not without remembering to love themselves first and foremost. But let's keep going. What is it that this person desires? Okay. We have the Six of Wands, the Page of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. And on the back of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Pile 2. I'm not necessarily sure if this person really desires something like very, very, very committed, or if they're more so really looking currently for experiences in which they can connect with others, however, can still remain single. And that won't resonate with all of you, but I think for a select few, that is the case. However, the biggest thing that I'm getting with the Nine of Pentacles and this Three of Cups is just that this, and with the Page of Cups, to be honest, is that this person really desires to have fun in their connections, to have joy and adventures, to play. This person wants to have a good time. And they would love for it to be with another person. However, they strongly feel this need to maintain their own individuality or their own freedom in whatever way that looks for them. They want to be successful. They want to be able to nurture somebody. However, they aren't necessarily the kind of person who wants to put themselves out there on that level if they are unsure of whether or not they are going to get rejected. This person kind of plays it safe in that regard and is okay with that. But with strength in the Seven of Pentacles here, I think this goes beyond the compassion that I was feeling earlier. And what I'm picking up on now is somebody who is desiring a connection that can stand the test of time when it comes to slow growth. Like this person doesn't see a need to like rapidly charge towards something. Their main goal in life is to enjoy life and see where it goes. And they want to know that they would want to find somebody who also feels that way and wouldn't try to pressure them in the way in which they feel as though they would never pressure another person either. They want somebody who they feel at home with and they feel safe with. Safety is really big here. But that's what I'm seeing for what it is that they desire. Let's go ahead and look and see how they feel about you. So we have the empty room. So I would say that this is probably a connection that really hasn't picked off the ground yet, if that makes sense. Like with the empty room here, it just feels like there's so much potential. And that's the biggest feeling that this person has towards you right now. They're really thinking about this connection, about you, and about where you might fit in to their life, about where they might fit into yours. It just seems like right now there's this element of excitement because there's this element of nothing being set in stone yet, and just endless possibility. There's like, it feels like daydreamy energy. Yeah, and like a little bit of excitement. When it comes to how they are feeling about the connection, we have change. So again, I think this goes hand in hand with the empty room, this element of like knowing that there's so much potential, but also feeling very strongly as though they're going to have to go beyond just daydreaming and actually make the changes that they see fit once they decide what it is that they want with you in its entirety. It just feels like there's like a lot of butterflies right now. When it comes to how they see you, pile 2, we have the spider. And how they see this connection, we have number 46. Everything will be okay. Okay, so the first thing I will say with the spider is that I think that you really inspire this person. Spiders are ingeniously creative. They're inventive. They take their life into their own hands and they make it what it is that they want. And this person is very inspired by you, and also very intrigued by you. They're not really sure. They can't really quite put their finger on you, pile 2, is what I want to say. But they know that the way you live your life is a work of art. And they're very drawn to that. When it comes to how they see the connection, we have everything will be okay. What this is telling me is that this person has a strong desire to pursue this connection in a positive way. They're seeing this connection as kind of like how I was talking about before with how this person desires to be around people or to connect with those in which they feel safe to do so. They see this connection as one of those connections in which they are safe to do that. When it comes to what their biggest fears are around connecting with others, we have number 49, prophecy. I would say that this person really has a fear of things kind of being taken away from them when they're not ready. There's this fear of like not having control. This person needs to have control in some type of way in order to feel safe. They don't want things to be taken away from them. They have a hard time letting go and just like flowing. Let's go ahead and get a shadow work card and see what it is that they are most in need of working on when it comes to connecting romantically. Narrow-minded. You have a limited outlook on perspective and thoughts. What makes you think your thoughts are solid gold? And I think that this goes hand in hand with what I was talking about with this prophecy card of this person having a hard time being vulnerable and letting go, allowing things to unfold naturally. And you can see it with the 6 of Wands here. There's this element of like needing to succeed, not fearing falling. There's like this element of being fearful of falling or making a mistake because they're worried that mistakes could possibly cause them to lose what it is that they want. But take it how it resonates for you. Let's go ahead and get some messages. What is it that pile 2's person wants to say? Okay, so we have, I wish you would tell me the truth. Interesting. So maybe they're kind of hoping that you would be the one to put yourself out there. Chemistry does not equal compatibility. You intrigue me, exactly what I was talking about with the spider. And you make me happy. Okay, lastly, pile 2, let's go ahead and get you an advice card. What advice is there for pile 2? Initiative, step right up. You're being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. If you're in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet some new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step, or one short text, or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. Very interesting. That's kind of what I was talking about with this card, but you know your situation best, and always listen to your judgment and your intuition first and foremost, pile 2. But pile 2, this is what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching pile 2, and I hope that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video again soon. Bye! Hi pile 3. So today's pick a card reading is an all about your crush reading, and we're going to go ahead and first and foremost look into tarot and ask tarot what it is that the person you're crushing on desires when it comes to love and connections. This first question doesn't answer the question of what it is that they want with you. We're just looking into what it is that their deepest desires are when it comes to love and romance. And I think that it's a really good way to decide whether or not that aligns with what it is that you're desiring. We'll also go ahead and get into how they feel about you, how they feel about your connection, how they see you, how they see the connection, as well as what their biggest fears are when it comes to connecting with others. We'll go ahead and get some channeled messages. We'll pull a shadow work card to see what it is that they are most in need of working on when it comes to connecting with others. And lastly, pile 3, we will go ahead and get some advice for you. So let's go ahead and get on into it. What is it that pile 3's crush desires when it comes to love and romance? Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the Emperor. Let me get one more. And we have the Hanged Man. Okay, pile 3. What I will say about this person is that they seem like they are currently in a chapter in their lives in which they really have no desire to really connect authentically with another person on a deep level. This person seems to be somebody who really desires to do whatever it is that they want, however, at the same time, get what it is that they want from other people. This person seems to have kind of like a player energy, but I would say that this person really doesn't seem like somebody who wants to have a committed, long-lasting connection with somebody right now. They seem to really just want to do whatever it is that they want, focus on their own goals, dreams, aspirations, and not really have to have any regard for another person's feelings or desires. Let's keep going. What is it that they desire? Okay, we have the 9 of Wands. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, this person does not want to be in a connection in which there is emotional depth. It doesn't seem like this person is somebody who is emotionally available. It could be with the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands, as though they feel as though they're not ready to be in a committed relationship. They have other things, other areas of their life, such as finances or such as financial goals of some kind, that they are really more focused on, and they cannot show up in the way in which another person wants. But with the Seven of Swords here, I think this is like a bit of a red flag. This seems to be somebody who understands this about themselves, but also knows that perhaps they won't be able to connect with as many people or have as much of a chance with others if they are honest about what that desire is, which is not to have an emotional connection or relationship with somebody. And because of that, it seems like they're okay with portraying themselves in a certain way at first, such as this King of Cups, this emotionally available masculine energy, this mature, emotionally available masculine energy, when in fact that is not who they actually are. What is it that they desire? Okay, we have the Hierophant and the Five of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Okay. So, they seem to be somebody who really wants to be in control, who really wants to dictate how connections go. When this person, I don't like this energy. It's bad vibes. Like it gives me the energy of somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too. Somebody who would like to emotionally connect when it's a good time for them, and other than that has no interest in doing something for another person if it does not benefit them in the moment. It seems like when it comes to connecting with others on a romantic way, they really desire to have something that doesn't really feel dramatic. And with the Hierophant here, it just feels like there's no need in their eyes to have to change. This is how they've always been, and they enjoy only having themselves to worry about, and they don't necessarily want to have to make a commitment to another person in which then they feel responsible for the well-being, or they have to consider the well-being of another person. Yeah, with the Three of Wands being the bottom of the deck energy, it just seems like this person, what it is that they want is something that doesn't interfere with the goals in their life that are more important currently. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and see how they feel about you. So how they feel about you is the Warrior. How they feel about your connection is loneliness. How they see you is as the Shark. How they see this connection is as slimy. And their biggest fear is the Maze. Okay. So the way they're feeling about you is that it would be a lot of work. The Warrior is about putting in effort. It's about going to battle. It's about really grounding yourself and being sure that when you're about to swing your sword, it's for good reason. So this person is really viewing you and like feeling about you in a way in which they feel as though an immense amount of work or effort would have to be put in. And I think that they're saying that or feeling this because they're seeing you as this Shark. The Shark is somebody who is like really no nonsense, who goes after what it is that they want, who knows what it is that they want. And I think that what they're seeing is that, or what they're believing about this is that they cannot trick you the way in which they have perhaps tricked others in the past. It just feels with loneliness here like they're feeling like this connection is one that is not, they don't feel connected with you. They don't feel as though this is going in a direction in which you two are together, I guess. But it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to them. It feels like they're not getting what it is that they want. And I see it here too with slimy, with how they see this connection. It's just an icky feeling. They don't feel but they're kind of giving me an icky feeling. I don't know. And I know this is like about your crush, but this could be so many different types of things. This could be like somebody you've been in a connection with in the past. This could be somebody that you know very well. And for what it is that they fear the most when it comes to connecting with others on a romantic level, we have number 9, the maze. They fear becoming lost. They fear losing sight of their goals, losing sight of control. There's just an element here of losing their identity that's very scary to them, which is why I think they have chosen to focus in life on other areas of life rather than romance. Because it seems like it's something that's very heavy to them, very scary to them. Let's go ahead and get some channeled messages. What channeled messages does pile 3 have? What messages does pile 3's person have for pile 3? You are the one who got away. It's too many. Jeez. Okay. I feel smothered. I feel overwhelmed by this connection. And I am repeating past mistakes. Okay, let's also go ahead and get a shadow work card. Let's see what it is that they are in most need of working on when it comes to connecting with others. Oh, okay, 2 came out. Emotionally detached. Are you protecting yourself from unwanted drama or stress? Feel positive emotions within yourself. To feel emotion is to live freely. And suspiciousness is a quality of distrust and disbelief. Give yourself reasons why you feel this. Okay. Lastly, pile 3, let's go ahead and get you some advice. What advice is there for pile 3? Grace. Let's just move these. I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. With grace, I'm able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name-calling, even when that crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. All right, pile 3, well, this is what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section down below. Thank you so much, pile 3, for watching this video, and I hope that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi, pile 4. So today's pick a card reading is an all about your crush reading. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and get into tarot, and we're going to ask the tarot what it is that your crush desires most deeply when it comes to connecting with others, when it comes to romance, all that kind of stuff. Now this, of course, is not asking the question, what is it that they desire with you? This is just, this is essentially just asking that question so that you will know whether or not it aligns with what it is that you desire in life. After we get into tarot, we'll then get into oracles. We'll ask the cards what it is that they feel for you, how they feel about the connection, how they see you, how they see the connection, as well as what their biggest fear is when it comes to connecting with others romantically. We'll also get channeled messages, and we'll get a shadow work card to see what it is that they need to work the most on when it comes to connecting with others. And finally, we'll get you guys some advice. So let's go ahead and start. Let's see what pile 4's crush desires the most when it comes to connecting with others. Okay. We'll take it. We have the Fool, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Wands. I would say that this person is somebody who really wants to dive deep with another person, who really wants to find somebody in which they can they feel so much love or excitement for that they take that emotional leap. They take that leap of faith with another person. With the Ten of Pentacles here, this seems like somebody who is really looking for something long-lasting, something in which perhaps a family is started, or a legacy is made between the two of them, for whatever reason. There's just this future-oriented, long-lasting mindset that this person is really immersing themselves in. And they want something that's going to be successful. It feels like with the Fool here and then the Six of Wands, like perhaps in the past, this person has gone through connections in which they were all in and it didn't work out. And they don't want another failed relationship. They want one and they're willing to put in the work. Let's keep going. Okay, we have the Sun. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Six of Wands, I was talking about how they want something that is going to succeed, but they also want something that feels easy. They want something that feels like sunshine, like warmth. They want genuine love and support from another person, and they want to give that in return. They want safety and peace. And with the Six of Cups here, as I was saying prior, they want to find a connection where they can put in the work. They're willing to put in the work, but they also want to know that the person they are with is going to be putting in the work as well. They want an equal connection. We have the Eight of Pentacles again. Somebody who is willing to put in the work. There are a lot of pentacles here, so perhaps for some of you, this person is like a workaholic and they also desire somebody who is understanding of the demands of their job or of their other goals outside of connecting with others. But for the most part, what I'm seeing is they desire a connection in which it's worth it for one to put in the work, because they're hoping to see a connection or find a connection in which the journey, the work, the process, and the end game are all beautiful and joyous and loving and easy. Okay, we have the Hierophant. I think this person is, I don't typically read the Hierophant in a really, really rigid way or in the most original type of translation, but in this instance it feels like this is somebody, like I was saying with the Six of Wands, it feels like they don't want another failed relationship. And I think what I'm picking up on is they want to find their life partner, somebody that they could marry. And we have the the Knight of Pentacles. They're okay with something that goes slowly. They're okay with slow and steady when it comes to finding that life partner, because like I said, they don't want another failed connection. And then on the back of the deck, we have the High Priestess. They're looking for their soulmate. They're looking for a deep knowing, if that makes sense. They're looking for the person where when they know, they're just going to know. Yeah. When it comes to how they feel about you, pile 4, we have the Seed. So this person feels like you are somebody who has a lot of potential. This honestly goes hand in hand, I think, with all of the pentacles that I'm seeing. Seeds represent growth, but growth does not happen rapidly. It's slow, it's steady. I think they're feeling as though you hold a lot of potential to be what it is that they're looking for. They see a lot of potential in you, and they're really excited about it. And seeds also are, and when they're planted, they require an immense amount of attention and work, and detailed thoughts. And they feel this way about you. They feel a desire to tend to you and to the connection in a way in which it will help you grow. When it comes to how they are currently feeling about the connection, we have worry and humor. So I would say that this person honestly places this connection in like a pretty high bracket of importance when it comes to their life. With worry and humor here, it feels like the importance, they're aware of it, they're aware of how important this feels to them. And because of that, they start getting really nervous. They perhaps start overthinking this. But at the same time, they're really trying right now to not take things so seriously. Because this is the seed, it feels like for a lot of you, this is a connection of some kind that is brand new. And if it's not brand new, it's like just starting over or just starting out in some kind of way. And because of that, it seems like this person is viewing this connection as something where they know they should probably allow things to unfold naturally and try to enjoy the process all the same. When it comes to how they see you, we have the peacock. I would say that this person is currently seeing you as somebody who's potentially checking off all of their boxes. They see you as somebody really beautiful, full of potential. However, I think they're also seeing you as somebody that, for some of you, for not all of you, but it might be difficult to be let in. Like they don't feel as though they're actually seeing the real you in its entirety. However, I think that's just for a select few of you. They're currently seeing this connection as number 8, the one who hides the sun. I think this is interesting. Like I think that they're really at conflict with themselves right now, and you can see it with worry and then humor. It's like those are really two really conflicting energies, and everything here has been so positive, and it kind of makes me feel like they're worried that they could be misinterpreting this. Like they just don't want to make a mistake of some kind and think that this is going to go somewhere, or think that this is something when it's not actually something. There's just an element of fear here of being wrong in some kind of way and really messing things up. And because there's fear, there's like confusion of whether or not this connection is good. Like in certain moments, they feel like you check off all the boxes, and they should really be working on watering this connection. And then in other moments, they're terrified out of their mind because they don't want to choose something that isn't actually right for them. And so what I think you're seeing here, or what I'm seeing here with this, the one who hides the sun, is somebody who sees this connection as something that's really confusing to them. They're not trusting themselves. And then when it comes to what their biggest fear is when it comes to connecting with others, we have the source. That's very interesting that this would be their biggest fear. It seems like and I think this has been kind of like a theme throughout all of the readings today, but it kind of feels like they have a plan for themselves, and they have like, and it's like, it doesn't feel negotiable or like pliable in any way. Like it has to go the way in which they have planned it for themselves. And because of that, they're fearful of really opening up and like just letting things happen naturally, because what if they were to fall in love with someone who didn't check off box number 83 or whatever, you know? Like there's this focus that they're having on like all of the little tiny details, it seems like, that is causing them to be fearful of actually letting others in. Let's go ahead and get a shadow work card and see what it is that they need to work the most on when it comes to connecting with others. Okay. we have egocentric. Not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others. You may just learn something new. Let's also go ahead and get some messages. What messages does pile 4's crush have to say? I'm very attracted to you. I'm using you. How interesting. I'm not the one for you. You are incredibly attractive. Oh, and then we have, okay, that's too many. I can't show up for you the way that you need. So we have two messages here implying attraction, and that could be something that could be what the one who hides the sun is. Like, this peacock is such a beautiful creature and this person feels so attracted to you. But like I was saying with this fear, it could be something where attraction is not what it is that's like at the top of their list, and they are worried that this connection isn't going to go in the direction in which they want their life to go, I guess. Let's go ahead and get you some advice. This one's interesting. This person seems like such a calculated person, like not in a negative way or in a bad way. It just seems more so like this person is really meticulous when it comes to how things need to be. But let's go ahead and get some advice. Curiosity. Meeting new people. I remember what a treasure trove of opinions, interests, and stories they are. But these treasures will only be unlocked if I embrace my curiosity, so I'll be curious and you be interesting. Deal? All right, pile 4. Well, this is where I'm going to leave you. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section down below. This one was like it was a head scratcher for me, so I would love to hear about what's going on if you feel inclined to do so. Thank you so much for watching pile 4, and I hope that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye!